Spencer and ASHER are still fighting. Olivia is struggling with another article, the same article, and Jordan is trying to hide his feelings. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All-American video. In this video, I am breaking down the synopsis for episode 19 from season 4. The episode is titled Murder Was the Case. And let's get into this episode synopsis, which is the episode prior to the season finale. Fighting for friendships. With Spencer and ASHER's tension at an all-time high, JJ plans a party for the gang. Olivia goes against her instinct about an article causing friction between her and Spencer. Jordan is trying to hide his feelings by making some uncharacteristic choices that doesn't go unnoticed by his friends. Coop is thriving in her new job and leaving patients to see a new side of Coop. Meanwhile, Grace joins Billy on his all-nighter of protecting the school from the Halloween vandal and shares some news of her own with him. There's a lot to unpack in this episode, y'all. Let's start with Grace and Billy. We see Carter make his return in episode 18, so I'm hoping that he's also going to be in episode 19. And I think that the reveal that they're going to give with Grace is just her struggling with the empty nester syndrome that they seeded early on in the season. And of course, Billy is going to confide in her the struggles of like really wanting this principalship and her not supporting him in pursuing the principal position, him uprooting and moving his family all the way to Crenshaw so that he can really do this, and maybe even him trying to figure out if he's going to go into higher level coaching or not, because for whatever reason, y'all, something in my spirit is really just telling me that he is going to end up coaching at GAU as well. He's been back up and down to that school too many times, and yes, Jordan and Spencer play there, so that makes sense, but something tells me that Billy is going to be in the coaching mix sometime soon. But I'm looking forward to this little night of them protecting the school from whatever Halloween vandal, because whenever we get the parents at the school doing something for the school, it's always a fun night. I wouldn't be surprised if Miss Denise Rivers pops up and we get a moment with her. I would love to see the parents again. Like every time we get an episode with the parents interacting and giving a little bit more of their storylines, it is always like a sweet treat. So I'm hoping that episode 19 is going to give us a little bit more than Grace and Billy and maybe give the whole parent gang. Now, Coop is thriving in her new job. This is the job that she has at the nursing home, which is for her community service and the program that Laura got her into. And we could see that she was going to do well with it from the jump. Like she already took to one of her first tenants and was really trying to protect her when she thought that Sky, her granddaughter, was trying to rob her while she was sleeping. But this definitely seems like a good place for Coop to be. Now, y'all know I'm all for Coop getting back into her music. So this needs to just be a pit stop on the way back to, you know, finding purpose within her music and her talents with music and not necessarily giving up on music. But I am enjoying watching Coop navigate this nursing home, navigate this new job. It's providing great perspective for her. And this is the first time in probably 2 seasons that we're seeing her character truly grow and move forward and progress and her mindset shift and all of that. So let's keep Coop at this nursing home as long as she possibly can be so that she can learn as much as she possibly can learn. And maybe we can see, you know, the reuniting of Coop and Patience later on. It's interesting to me because it says in here that Patience sees a new side of Coop. And I think that she's already starting to see a new side of Coop. And that's how it always goes, right? Like you break up with somebody and then both people go on. And while you struggle in the beginning and it's hurt, you ultimately start to heal. And hopefully what comes from the healing is you are a better person. And I think that that's what they're referencing in the synopsis, where Patience is seeing Coop become a better person, which is also becoming even more attractive. So we could see a Patience and Coop reuniting sooner than we were anticipating, because yes, they have recently just broken up. For me, I really just wanted them to break up because they felt stagnant both individually and within their relationship. But now that they're starting to grow by leaps and bounds, I don't know if I'm necessarily against them coming back together soon. I just want whatever learning, growing, and healing that they have done apart to actually stick, so when they come back together they can be in a much healthier setup of their relationship. Now, Jordan is trying to hide his feelings by making some uncharacteristic choices that doesn't go unnoticed. And I'm just praying that this has to do with football, y'all. I don't want this whole Jordan and Layla thing to happen. I think the obvious thing would be to say, oh, he's trying to hide his feelings for Layla, which I don't actually think that's the case. But then again, I also don't want that to happen as well. So take that with a grain of salt. I want them to further explore Jordan's struggles with football and finding his way onto, first string. Like, he's been struggling in episode number 17. We see that he gets irritated with Spencer because Spencer has found his footing and Wade actually likes him, and he's struggling with that and struggling with not actually being first string, but coming off of a big win when Wade dropped the ball. And I would prefer to see more of Jordan's storyline there versus going down the route of like what's going on with him and Layla after he's confronted by Simone, because Simone pops up in episode 18 and questions Jordan and Layla's friendship. So that's what I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping that he's making some uncharacteristic choices when it comes to on the field. Maybe he's making more bold choices. Maybe he's taking Layla's advice and standing up for himself truly and not cowering or backing down or being passive aggressive, but being aggressive and like telling people what it is and what it ain't, what he wants and what he's going to do about getting what he wants, which I would totally be here for. Now, Olivia is going against her instinct about an article causing friction between her and Spencer. I don't know if this is still the NIL article. I pray that she dropped it, but I don't think that she's going to drop it. And we've been doing this whole yo-yo with Spencer and Olivia this entire season with the back and forth, the little bitty squabbles and a little bit of tension, a little bit of beef. I don't know if this is actually going to be anything of note. Like, they might have issues in the episode, but what we have seen in the past 7 episodes is if they do have issues, by the end of it, Spencer's going to apologize and everything's going to be okay. So regardless of what Olivia got going on, Spencer's going to make it right. And that's what I'm going to call from the synopsis. I said what I said. Now, the most interesting thing for me in the synopsis is seeing that Spencer and ASHER are still struggling. He needs to move out of this beach house. It makes absolutely no sense that he's living in the house with the coach for his rival team, or student assistant coach, whatever ASHER is, for his assistant team. He's already had to confront ASHER, draw the line in the sand with ASHER. You literally should take yourself on campus, Spencer. It makes no sense why you're in this house, why y'all should be tiptoeing around each other, why you can't speak freely, why you having beef and tension over morning breakfast with this boy. It really makes no sense. And JJ is always going to be the party person. Like, we got a little bit of emotional beats from him this season, but for the most part, he's going to always be a party person. But JJ, a party is not going to always save something. Spencer and ASHER have a very peppered history. ASHER has come a very, very long way. However, he started out very much so trash. He was given very racist, super racial undertones motivating a lot of his actions and his dialogue. And Spencer forgave and moved on and helped him every chance that he got. This, to me, is the straw that breaks the camel's back, because ASHER is showing that he actually has no loyalty, at least not to Spencer, and there is no fixing it, especially while they're still in season, especially while they're prepping to compete. So no party is going to save it, no talk is going to save it. They really need to separate themselves. And when you really sit down and think about it, are ASHER and Spencer even friends to begin with? While people are fighting for their lives in my comment section about how they need to just make up and get it together and be okay, why would they? What does Spencer actually get from ASHER being in his life? I'll wait. Crickets, I know. I don't think that it's a great loss for Spencer to no longer be friends with ASHER or to not be interacting with ASHER. So that's also another reason why I'm not really here for the whole get the band back together. ASHER has proven himself to be a liability time and time again, especially within his friendships. And if he can't seem to figure out a better way to balance getting what he needs or what he feels like he needs for his potential career and keeping and maintaining and supporting positive friendships, then that's something that he can go and figure out with somebody else. Maybe Jamie can help him, because Spencer is closed for business. He got too much already on his hands trying to balance Olivia, trying to balance his football. We good. Trying to balance Jordan, loving him and then hating him. He good. We good. They good. They don't need to be friends. And that, y'all, is my breakdown of the synopsis for episode 19, season 4 of All American. Again, the title of the episode will be Murder Was the Case. It is premiering on May 16th. It is the episode before the season finale. Now it is your turn. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, theories, and predictions for this episode. You can also go and read the synopsis on ericavane.com. I have the full season breakdown for you, the schedule, as well as synopsis and links to any of my previous breakdown videos. I have it easily there for you to read and get additional information. I have this for All American as well as All American Homecoming, Sisters, and a few other series. So if you're ever looking for additional information on the television series that you love, the characters that you're obsessed with, or the stars that play them, go to ericavane.com and check out our deeper dives with these shows. Before you head out, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my All American videos. Give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.